This is an adult podcast, meaning we will be having explicit content on this show.
And things might make you a wee bit uncomfortable.
So listener discretion is advised.
And if you're of legal drinking age, then we recommend you grab yourself a glass of wine
or a beverage of your choice and enjoy the show.
Recording in progress. Hold on, not yet. Got it? Okay.
Lala, hello. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I had a really crazy week, but life is good. I'm alive. I woke up today, so I can't complain. It was like a long week. A long week. I thought it was never going to end, and today is finally Friday, so I'm grateful. Is that a what?
Cheers to Friday.
Well, I had a dilemma because I went to go look for a Beaujolais because I didn't have a Beaujolais because I was watching The Last of Us, and so I went. I'm not gonna. If you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna say anything. But I went to look for Beaujolais, and they were sold out of Beaujolais at the one wine shop I went to, and I only went to one wine shop because it was closest to my office. But it's so cold. It's like the wind. It's like 15 degrees. So it's like in Celsius.
Are you talking about
it's
Celsius?
Like Celsius is like -10. Okay.
Ah!
Plus the wind.
Oh my
God.
No,
it's like so cold right now. And then so I didn't want to go to the other wine shop because it was a bigger wine shop. So I went to a small one and they were sold out of Beaujolais. So I got Bordeaux wine and that's what I got. But then I thought I also have a Burgundy, which I really like too. And you're gonna help me pick. Is it a Bordeaux or a Burgundy? We're gonna rock, paper, scissors this shit?
Yes! Oh my God. You know how I feel about making these decisions.
All right,
Ready?
so wait. Which one do you want and which one do I want? Which one do you gonna pick if you win?
Burgundy or what?
Bordeaux. They're both French. This Beaujolais is a French wine, but I couldn't find it. So
I would go with the Bordeaux, personally.
Okay. Then I guess I'm gonna be Burgundy and you're gonna be Bordeaux. All right, let's go. Ready? We're gonna rock, paper, scissors this shit. Ready? One, two, wait, do I have to do the thing with the hand? Is that
I always do it. I don't know why.
Maybe that's the trick how to win. All right, ready? One, two, wait. What?
No!
I won.
No, ni madres, cabrón. You went slow. One more time.
All right, ready? Ready, really quick. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Empatados. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait.
One more time.
Ready? One more time. 1, 2, 3. No, man. All right. So I'm going to go with the Bordeaux then. That's it. That's what I'm going to be drinking today. Hi, everybody. This is Richmo.
And this is Lala.
And this is Whahahappen this week. Whahahappen.
This is our podcast called Whahahappen, where we talk about shit that happens. So this week, yesterday.
Did you have a good week?
It was pretty uneventful, I guess. I mean, just work. I actually moved my room around so you can actually see my closet in the background. And I'm kind of like, maybe that wasn't the best decision.
But it's a change of pace.
I mean, well, because I have this like here on this side, it's like one of those like fake closets. And I had it against the wall, which is behind where this laptop is. And it was covering the window. And now that we're starting to get sun, I'm like, I need some sunshine in my room.
Some vitamin D?
That's what he said. But anyway.
Ha. Salud. I got wine now.
Salud.
Wait.
So, yeah, but now I have like open window, but it's really crowded. I'm still working on it. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. It's a work in progress.
Well, that's fancy.
But have you noticed that we're not choppy? I finally got internet.
Wait, what?
So yeah.
She's not going to be a Wait, but what about if people miss Robot Lala? Where's Robot Lala? She's got to do it like slow-mo. I get it. Oh, life is good. Look at that. Robot Lala is no more. And this is so okay, we get real time
Yeah,
Lala now.
so we're getting more, we're getting there, people. We're getting there. Um, yeah, so yeah, I mean that's basically what I did this week was just set up the internet and then kind of rearranged my room because of how I had to set up the internet. I was like, oh, this isn't gonna work. So I had to make arrangements because I told you, I mean, it's a very tiny room. So yeah.
You gotta play Tetris in your room. So
Yeah, it's so good. It's
real
so
time
good that
Tetris.
yeah, dude, for reals. And like literally, I am, if you were to see my room, it's like, yeah, it's like just things stacked on top of each other.
Well, we can see your room. Anybody that's watching can see your room. So I guess there it is. Yo, folks, that's her room
We're just
for
gonna
now.
block it.
It's okay.
Maybe I'll
Pretend
just
that
put like
there's
a
other
curtain
things,
in the
but
background, like, well, because that's the closet, and so it doesn't have doors or anything, but I could just
we're gonna
probably
get a
hang
green screen, and then
something.
we'll pretend we're in other places next week.
Yes, I'll put a green screen back there, and
We'll put a
then
green
just
screen. But for now, it's she's in a closet. Are you in a closet? Wait, what are you drinking? Does that look like a milky drink, or is what?
mm.
That looks like a vodka and that
Okay,
looks
no.
like a White Russian. Oh my God,
So
I
I
haven't had a
got,
White Russian.
I know I haven't had one in a long time, but no, I had some guayabas in the refrigerator, and I was like, "Ooh, I need to eat these." So I blended them with water, added some um habanero sauce into it, blended it together, and then I have, the thing to make a rim on your
Mm-hmm,
drinks with
mm-hmm,
the,
mm-hmm.
it's like a chamoy type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I put that, I put some tequila in there, and I made myself like guava, is that English? Guava,
Guayaba, guava.
like a spicy guava tequila drink.
I like guayaba, spicy guayaba tequila drink.
Mm,
For
dude,
those of
it
us with
is.
an
Oh,
accent, the
and
guayaba.
I added some salt to it too. You have to add some salt. Oh, and I added a little bit of squirt for bubbles because I didn't have
So
soda water.
if you guys didn't already know, Lala is a mixologist, chemist, and other things, but she does like to mix her drinks, and they are
I
spicy,
do.
as you heard.
Yes. Oh, I love me. Well, it's because like I don't know. I just love to create like new drinks and like because I literally look at my refrigerator like what do I have? And I'm like, oh, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna grab that. And then I'm like, oh, and then we're gonna sprinkle some of this, we're gonna add some of that. And like literally
Wait, wait,
I feel like I'm a little brujita, like a little witch, like
stir the pot. Stir the pot. Wait, wait. What kind of drink are you gonna make with the cheese whiz?
Ugh. Oh my
Ah,
God. You were literally okay.
yeah.
So prior to me coming into my room to record this, actually my roommate and his cousin, they came over. So I took a shot of casa what's it? Casamigos.
Casamigos.
And there and he was like, yo, is this your cheese whiz? Like I guess they've been trying to figure out whose it is this whole week because I left it on the dining room table.
Yeah, now
And
you can have it.
I was like, oh yeah, dude, that's why I left it here because I was like, I'm never gonna eat this. And I said, but like, and then I had to describe like how we did a recording and we talked about Cheese Whiz and how just grossed out I
It
was
ended
about
up,
it.
yeah.
And then I said, and it wasn't so terrible. And I said, I mean, I'm probably not gonna eat it, but like, you know. And he was like, oh my God, because his family came over on Sunday because they are like big time 49ers fans.
I know
And
cheese
so
whiz.
and his dad was like, I don't care whose this is. Oh fucking and I was like, yo, bro, y'all can eat this. Like all of it.
Yeah, take as
Actually.
much as you like. Yeah,
Yeah, like
keep squirting
please,
that shit as much as you
please.
like. I ain't gonna.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
no,
yes,
I know how
please.
that can be. Wait, did the 49ers win or not? No, I
No,
haven't been
they
following the
lost.
football. Well, that's not
I'm
cool, I
not
guess.
American football fan, so I'm like, okay, cool. I mean,
Yeah,
I
my
had a red
brother-in-law's a
robe on.
49ers fan, so I guess that was cool.
Well, I had a red robe on because I was like, it's scent day. I'm like in my robe all day long. And so he was like, "Oh, you're wearing already the perfect colors." And I was like, "Sweet. Okay." I'm like, I was planning on being in this robe situation all day anyway. So yeah.
Nice. Well, what are we going to talk about? What happened? Let me tell you
Oh,
what
right.
happened in the office this week.
Oh
Oh
shit.
my stars. So Monday rolls around. Monday rolls around, and all you hear is screaming at 9 a.m. Ah, ah. Like I was like, what the fuck's going on? What's going on?
That
And
didn't sound
so
like real
I'm in New York.
screaming.
Yeah, no, I mean it wasn't me screaming, but
I would have been like,
it was yeah,
but
exactly. It was just bananas. And there I was like, what's going on? Well, stop hyperventilating. Like, and I guess there was a I'm on the 10th floor. And so it's not likely that there's bugs or anything on the 10th floor because, they have to, anything that gets to the 10th floor is really got to make it up to the 10th floor. And I asked, like, what happened? And then my coworker was like, there was a cockroach in my room and it was quite large and I had to step on it and now it's dead. And I was like, are you sure you didn't bring it in from the subway? Like, this is like the 10th floor, like what the hell? Yeah, exactly. I was like, everybody, she was like, no, no, no. It's
the
just like,
squishy
it was in my,
part. I
it was in
can't
my
squish
room when I walked
it.
in. It was in my room when I walked in and it was barely walking. So it was about to die. I'm like, well, I don't know. But this, they were more worried that where there's one roach, there's like 1,000. I'm like, well, you're not going to break the wall. They're not going to fall out. But yeah, roaches. And I thought, wow. And I didn't realize this person had this fear of cockroaches. But then,
Wait, what kind of cockroach was it?
well, it's a New York cockroach. I mean, it's quite like, I don't know, probably like
What does he
three
talk
and
with an
4 inches.
accent? Hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah, it's a New Yorker. Yeah, I'm walking. I'm roaching here.
He's
I'm a
rude. I
roach.
mean, what are we talking about?
I don't know, but their roaches here can get quite large, much like their rats. So you know, uh,
The size of a
well, you
rat?
never seen a New York rat? They look like possums, like small cats,
No, I'm
and you're
saying
like,
the
oh
roach
no,
can get the size of a rat.
no, the roach can't. I don't think if I saw a roach the size of a cat, I'd fucking scream. But no, I think they get
So
quite
you're talking
big
about
though.
like a water
Like
bug?
yeah, like you can say a water bug, like 3 inches, 4 inch. It's pretty big
Oh, it's a water bug.
cockroach, I would imagine. Yeah,
Oh my God,
or
have you seen the ones
roach.
that fly?
The palmetto bugs from Florida, or yeah, I've
I've never been to
seen
Florida.
flying roaches.
Yeah.
No,
So,
they call them because they're in Florida. They're called palmetto bugs because they're in the palms, the palm
well, in
trees.
Mexicali,
It's a fan
they're
and
not
fence.
called palmetto bugs.
Of
They're just
course.
called cucarachas voladoras.
Oh shit! Do you tie them up and then spin them
Yeah, so
around?
my
No,
dad
shut
would
up.
tie, I'm not fucking kidding you. We used to do that. My dad used to tie a
Uh,
string on their leg and we used to just fly these bugs, these
Wait a second.
flying
Are you
roaches.
not? You're not talking about the? Well, I don't want to. What is? I don't even know what those green bugs we call 'em. Well, we
Los mayates?
yeah, the mayates. I didn't want to say that because I guess it has a bad connotation. But the mayates, we call them mayates, the
I mean,
green
that's what they're
bugs. I don't know what
called.
those are. Yeah, mayates.
They're mayates.
I
They're
used
June
to
bugs.
June bugs. So tying up June bugs. I like tying up
Hmm.
June bugs and doing that, but I never thought of doing that to
Yeah.
roach.
Yes.
Like
So we
what,
lived like
girl?
in for a little bit, we lived like in this really shitty neighborhood in Mexicali. And this is when my little sister was born, we lived there for a minute and that's where she was born, in Mexicali. And so this place we lived at, my dad was a stay-at-home dad. So, like he would take care of us and stuff. And like, we had water bugs, flying water bugs. So
Flying roaches,
that's
folks,
just
for
what you
all of
do with your
those.
kids, in Mexicali, like just to pass the
I mean,
time.
I would have probably tied them up too, and just like because you take them, then you just like kind of you're basically like torturing the cockroach. But if you think about it,
Oh,
you're
I
tied by the
wouldn't do
leg and you're
that.
being swung
I would
around.
not swing it. I would just let it, I would just like follow it. I
Still,
didn't
you're being.
swing it.
Could you
Ugh,
imagine if you're
that's
like,
rude. That
okay,
is
imagine
rude.
somebody has you tied to a string on your leg, and
Pues
then
sí,
they're
güey,
holding you
pero
up.
I wasn't like swinging it. I was just following it wherever it wanted to go. I wasn't like torturing it.
Well, I only ever imagined like the June bugs when we would tie up the June bugs and we'd actually
Why would
make
you
them
do
fly.
that?
Because we're
They were
kids,
already
that's what you do.
flying.
No,
You
that's what I'm
torture
saying. You tie them up and then
bugs,
you
but
fly.
they're
You let
already
them fly.
flying. How are you gonna
Oh
make
my
them
God.
fly by swinging them around? Like,
Because they're
no,
probably tired and you catch them and it's
no,
kind of,
no, no,
we're going to have
no.
a picture of a June bug. It's kind of weird. I think now I don't, as a kid, I would grab him and put him in my hand and there's just like this bug. It's really hardy bug.
I love June
But
bugs.
I don't think I could do that now. I mean, maybe I could. Like the
Yeah,
thought of
I
just like picking one up and then
oh, I still do. I pick
and
up.
they
I
make
they
this
always
this
for
this
some fucking
sound.
crazy reason they always fly and get tangled in my hair all the fucking time. I am not kidding you. My hair attracts bugs. And if you
June
guys
bugs.
don't know, and you guys are not seeing this, but I have
Guys, that's not a weave. That's real. That's not a weave.
so for you guys who are not on video, I have like poofy, semi-curly hair that is just wild.
It's
It's just wild.
it's a bug attractant. I could see if I was a bug
It
how
just
I'd want to like
it
go to
just
your hair. It looks
like if
soft.
I don't brush my hair, like it turns into like literally the other day I had like I was already starting to get what is it
Were there
called?
birds asking if they could move in or what? I mean,
I started to get ¿cómo se llaman? The Rastafaris have it ¿cómo se llaman?
oh, dreadlocks?
Dreadlocks, yeah. So like literally the whole bottom part was like turning into dread, like it was a big giant dreadlock, like literally the bottom part. And I was just like, oh,
Oh,
I
maybe
gotta do something
I
about that.
gotta. Yeah.
But I literally one time I was brushing my hair and it was the daddy long legs came out. Like this bitch was like tangled in there. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, and because I always put my hair up in a bun. And like I don't know how long this little daddy long leg spider
He's
had been
probably
in
did he
there.
have did you pull out flies and stuff and like his food or like I mean, I don't know.
No, no, but there was a
Uh,
daddy long leg in there. And so it's just because I have like really puffy, curly hair. It's just, it's wild, you know?
have you ever had a cucaracha volador in your hair or
No, but like I said, I have had, and for some fucking reason, like in the springtime, it's when they usually come out, is the June bugs. And like I swear to you, I don't know if they're just attracted to me, but they always fly onto me, like onto me. Like there's tons of space around me. I'm outside, there's like anywhere you can fly. And then they just like and then get tangled in my hair, and then they're like
Lala, do you think you
in
were
my
a
hair.
June bug in your past life? Like the queen of the June bugs?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I would have
I know
loved to
this
have been,
woman.
I would have loved to have been
Bzzz.
that shiny green color. I'm like, yes.
Damn, man, that's
Yes, like I
amazing.
want to have some feathers. I'm gonna be like,
I
yes,
you have
shiny
wings, but
green queen.
yeah, that is pretty amazing. If you think about the colors on that thing, is pretty wild. Like the green on that is amazing. It's just like I can't
Yeah.
explain it, but we're gonna have to put a picture up there for those of you to see. This is what we played with as kids, because this is like the easiest,
Well, you
cheapest toy
did, and you
around in the
tortured
spring. I'm like, I didn't.
that
I learned how to just
I
cap.
flew
Everybody
water
was capturing
bugs.
them.
I flew
The
water
water
bugs.
bug.
The one that your friend at work or coworker was just screaming about.
Well, it turned into a thing where she is mortified, and I said, it's the 10th floor. It couldn't have got there by itself. I'm sure you probably stepped on it in the
Wait,
subway,
it's
and
a
I'm
bug.
sure you
You
brought it
know
in.
that they crawl in between the fucking walls, right? That's how they get there.
They're like in
And
between
all
the
they do
buildings. They
is
have a network
crawl.
of elevators and
Kind of like,
bug transit
in the
system.
Matrix, you know how they go through behind the wall and then they start sliding down? That is where the bugs are. All the
That's
rats,
real
all
for
the
the bugs.
rodents, that's where they live. That's where
They
they
share
hang
the same
out.
space.
They do. They
I
cohabitate.
I mean, they were so worried. I mean, they called the exterminator to come in on a Wednesday and like kind of check the place out because
You guys are so
I don't
fucking
know.
bougie.
I mean,
Oh
well, the
my
thing is,
God.
in New York, if you live in an apartment building where there's restaurants, beneath your apartment, there's like pigeons and rats and roaches. And so you're
Now, if
always
you get
having
the
to
little roaches, the little ones, those are the ones that freak me out. Like those, I'm like, ugh, me dan asco. Like I get like all like, ugh.
why? Because they'll live in your hair for like days and you won't even know. They're
No,
like, oh, it's shower
don't say
time.
that.
Ah,
No, why?
oh
No,
yeah, it's time for a shower. Come on, everybody, hold on so
no,
that we don't fall
no, no,
out.
no. Ew. Let's cling on, guys. She's going in the shower.
I mean, I guess there are a lot of
Oh my
problems here
God.
in New York, and roaches are one of them. But I don't have a
That
roach
would be
problem in my
funny if I
apartment yet.
had like a full-on like ecosystem going on in this nappy hair of
I
mine.
don't, I don't know about that. You'd be like, hello, hold on, guys, hold it down, hold it down. I mean, yeah, that I
I'll
probably
hold
wouldn't.
you down.
It's
I'm the
like,
one's
no,
gonna
you
hold you
got us,
down.
girl. I mean, I was thinking about bugs because somebody was fucking mortified of bugs, and I was like, wow,
What
I
did
didn't
you
realize
ask
somebody
her
could be
why?
so. She just didn't like. As soon as I started asking, I was like, can we please not talk about this? I don't like bugs, and she would shiver like. I'm
Oh my
like, cockroach.
God.
Ah, stop it. Stop talking about it. I'm like, really? I'm like, you have a fear of bugs or you have a fear of cockroaches? She's like, bugs in general. Like, couldn't talk about any creepy crawly things at all.
Did
So
she grow up in New York in the city or something?
no, I think she's from like Virginia or somewhere like in the forest. Like there's bugs, ticks, and other things out there. Like,
Oh man, I've been bitten by a tick. I had to like like
fuck
tweezer it
that.
off
That
of me.
that's scary. Those motherfuckers just burrow into you like I ain't good.
Yeah, I had to
It's like
tweezer it out of my
vampire
leg.
bugs, man.
Yeah, and that fucker
They're
was fat as
vampire
fuck
bugs.
too. I was like, Mira, wait, you can't just be taking my blood and not pay me some money.
It's like free
There
food.
is no
Yeah.
mooching off of my blood. Honey, you need to get out. Get the fuck out. So I
Yeah, that's
tweezered it
pretty
off of
dangerous
me.
though. Like where did that happen? Where did that where when you were
In Costa
hiking or
Rica.
in Costa Rica? You're a
Yeah, yeah,
Costa
because we
Rican
live
bug.
we
Dick.
literally live next to cattle and shit. So I mean, we just in the
Oh, they
summertime,
ate the cattle. Mm.
yeah, well, the
Wait,
dogs have ticks, the cats. You see, you just have to. It's kind of part of your daily routine of just checking your pets to see if they have ticks.
speaking of cattle and ticks, um, did you start watching that TV show, The Last of Us? The mushroom thing.
Okay, I am caught up finally. So now you could taco about it.
All right.
What kind of
Well,
taco is it gonna be? Huitlacoche, because it's all
we la
fungus.
coche because it's all
So
fungus. We ate that
so
motherfucker.
so huitlacoche is a fungus that grows on corn, and we, meaning we Mexicans, I don't know if any other people eat it, but we eat it in like quesadillas. We eat it. It's so fucking delicious. So
So,
yeah, speaking of
si- si-
fungus,
speaking of fungus, so like everybody is talking about The Last of Us, and it's this game, the video game that they made into a
so
series.
it
It's
was a
on
video game
HBO.
before?
HBO, yeah, it was a video game before. However, now that I don't know if it's because there's actual disease in California and Arizona and Texas
Hmm.
that is a fungal disease. So
On what?
the fungus attacks the lungs and grows in the lungs and it'll give you pneumonia and kill you. I mean, it's not going to make you a zombie, but it'll get inside of you and grow in your lungs.
What is it called?
And I don't know what they call it, but I mean, we can look it up. But there's a lot of new. I don't know if it's just because it's not trending with what I'm looking at, or maybe my phone's listening to what we're talking about. But it's like, wow. So this fungus thing is real in a strange sort of way. It's like you're gonna trip. You're gonna look. You're gonna ask Anthony Google to find us some,
Hell
you
yeah, you
know,
know me.
fungal disease in the lungs causing pneumonia. And then they showed a picture of like 5 people taking IVs, all like trying to get better from
It's
this.
called histoplasmosis. It's caused
Mhm.
by a fungus that lives in soil, particularly where there are large amounts of bird or bat poop. People can get histoplasmosis by breathing in fungal spores, and infection can be mild or life-threatening.
But
Let's go to, and this is from the cdc.gov. It can be misdiagnosed because the symptoms are similar to those of other illnesses like pneumonia caused by bacteria. This often results in a delayed treatment. Here are some important things to know about histoplasmosis and histoplasma, the fungus that causes the illness.
this is a PSA from Whahahappen, so you don't turn into a zombie. Go ahead,
There
take
you
it.
go. So common symptoms can lead to delayed diagnosis. Symptoms include fever, cough, fatigue, chills, headache, chest pain, body aches. Bro, this is me every day. I mean, minus the fever
Maybe you're a
and the
giant mushroom,
cough.
bro. I don't
But
know.
I like have fatigue and chills. I'm fucking cold like all the time. I always say that I'm partial reptile because I don't create my own heat. So I need to be like I have to have an external heat
That's
source.
really funny. I'm kind of the
Chest
opposite, man.
pain.
I'm
I
like,
get chest pain too, also because I have like anxiety and sometimes I get panic attacks, and so that's very real. Body aches. Yeah, that literally sounds like me all the fucking time,
maybe maybe they misdiagnosed you as not being a mushroom. You're just like really
right?
this fungal
How it
spore
spreads
person.
from soil to lungs. Blah, blah, blah.
Hmm.
Mainly lives in soil in central and eastern states, especially in areas around Ohio, Mississippi, River valleys. It's also present in other states, likely in small pockets of the blah, blah, blah. Right. Okay. The fungus also lives parts of Central and South America, Africa, Asia, and Australia. People can get histoplasmosis by breathing in the fungus from the air. So it's
Histoplasmosis.
airborne in these areas. It does not spread from person to person. So there you go.
Well, I guess you don't have to worry about being a zombie or getting bitten or
Well,
something.
it just says
I
to
don't know how
be
many people
safe
are watching the
around
show.
birds and bat poop. So
Birds
yeah,
and bat poop. That's
yeah.
interesting. I mean,
So it's
I'd be scared
mostly
about bird poop and
here.
bat poop. Like, yeah, like I don't want to breathe
So
in bat poop.
according, they have a map and it looks like it's mostly from the center of the United States to the East Coast. So that would be you.
Interesting. Well,
Us out
what I
here on the
read was
West
it was
Coast.
happening in California and Arizona and into
Oh, okay.
Texas. So they're like, maybe they want to take the
Maybe
onus off the East Coast and say, fuck it, we're going to talk shit about West Coast. They're getting this mushroom spore shit. I don't know.
interesting. Well, actually, okay. And so how you were talking about that move, I mean, the show. Um, it is very true. I always watch like a bunch of shows like on National Geographic, and I'm like the biggest nerd ever when it comes to like reading about shit like that. And so like I actually devour books and books about shit like this.
What do you like eating
And
paper? I
and
mean, what
it's
do you?
but it's and it's yeah, I love eating paper. It's part of the
She's like actually a
symptoms.
worm. She devours the books. She doesn't read the books. She eats the books because it's made out of
Mhm.
paper.
But there that and actually I had seen, I'm pretty sure it was a National Geographic thing where you know how they described in the show how it takes over the mind. And I was so fucking and I'm pretty sure it's like if you guys look it up, I mean I don't know exactly where it is, but I
Yes,
remember
there's ones
seeing
that
it.
take over the bugs.
Yeah, and
They
it
make the
really
bug
does.
zombies.
And then that's an actual a real thing, you know? They really do that. Do do. I
Do
said
do.
do
They
do.
really do that.
They really do that.
They really do that. My God,
But it is
such.
fucking fascinating. Like on it, okay, when I was a kid, I was upset. I mean, probably still am obsessed with ants. Like I would sit outside my house,
Did you burn
and
them
there
with a
was
magnifying glass? All right, take that back. Forget I said that. Huh? What?
That's
I
cruel
don't
and
know. You
unusual
know,
punishment.
I mean,
No, no mames, güey. I don't torture creatures, okay?
I mean, I got bit by ants when I was a kid. The red ants, there
Me
were red
too.
ants that would
Oh,
fucking bite,
me too.
and they
Trust me.
fucking hurt. Like, how
Dude,
the
that
fuck
shit
does that little motherfucker
burns.
hurt?
That shit
Ah!
burns. But what
Let
I
me
would
tell you
do
something. Got my
is,
revenge.
wow, I would literally, because they would go across my driveway. So it would be from this tree, and they had like a little hole in the tree. And then I would just be like, and this is little kid me, and I'm like, where the fuck are they going? Like, where are these bitches going? Like, I want to go too. Where are you going? So I literally sat there, followed a particular ant, just followed it like two houses over. They went up another tree, and then they were cutting out the leaves of that tree and then just bringing it back down. And it had like little tiny balls. The little tree had like all these little things. They were bringing that down too. And I literally followed it. I saw it cut out the leaf. I saw it carry it and then come all the way back down, go across my driveway again, and then go into the little fucking hole. And I was like,
What?
okay, so you guys are just cutting leaves. Got it.
Wait, so they were building like structures, like,
Well,
skyscrapers
then that's why you
underground
would see the
with
leaves
leaves.
have these like weird cutouts on them. And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh, it's
yeah. I've
because
seen it.
the ants cut them. I'm like, oh. But I was just so curious because I was like, well, you guys seem like you're so determined to get somewhere. Like, where is this somewhere? And I want to be there, you know? Because I'm like, I want to be part of it too.
These guys are determined. And it's not just one, it's like a whole
Yeah.
bunch. So like
They're
they got
like
a lot of
power
friends and
walking. They're
they
power
really like
walking.
power walking ants. We're doing this. We're
They
doing
are
this.
determined. They are heading somewhere. They got goals. They got, they're going places. And I want to go with them too.
They got goals. Yeah. The power
Bitches
structure
got
of the
goals.
ants. I mean,
But
I'm gonna say some
I've accidentally stepped on ant holes and been attacked, especially by the little black ones. And there's these little black ones. I don't know what they're called, but it literally feels like your foot's on fire. Like I got attacked, and it was
wait,
so
you didn't have
many little
chanclas or
ones.
what? Did you have chanclas and they just bit your foot or like
Yeah. Well,
you were sin zapato or what? That means
I'm
without shoes, sin
always
zapato?
barefoot.
Well, there you
So
go.
soy India patarrajada, which means it's like
She got rough feet, yo.
I do got rough
Hard
feet
soles.
because like I surfed
Come
a
here, girl. Let
lot
me
and you have to
moisturize your
walk
feet.
through
It's like,
you gotta
hey,
walk through
what? Wait,
some
wait, what
hot
was
ass
that? Oh,
rock.
those are my feet. What was that? That was my
No,
feet.
I pumice, but I just have tolerance to like
Pumice.
a lot of sharp
There's a word you don't
rocks,
hear very
hot
often.
sand. But yeah, ants, no. And so like that's the only
Yeah,
thing that's unfortunate about
your
walking
skin wasn't
barefoot.
hard enough to avoid the
No,
ants.
dude, and it literally feels like your skin's on fire because there's so many little ones, like, and they're like, ah!
I think you'd feel really at home in New Zealand because I was in New Zealand. A lot of people walk barefoot.
Oh
Like,
yeah, you were telling
oh,
me
it's just
about
like
that.
walk
Dude,
barefoot.
dude, when you were telling me that story, I was like, fuck yes. Yes, because I love being barefoot. Like I don't know why. It just like shoes feel so constricting for me and I don't know. I love being barefoot.
As long as you have the soul to do it, the soul.
Like so what am I fucking
As long
James
as you got
Brown? I got
soul, girl,
soul
you got soul. I say
and a
because
super bad.
it could be rough if you got sensitive feet if you're not used to the floor. I mean, one, the
Oh
heat.
yeah,
Two, it
that's
could the
true.
cold. I mean, I don't know.
But
I
that's
guess
what
if
I'm
you're used to it,
saying.
it's not a
Once
big
you
deal.
walk, repeatedly, because you can't take sandals when you're gonna go surfing. You're gonna leave them on the fucking beach. They're gonna get washed out. So you just have to walk through your hot sand. You gotta walk through your rocks. Sometimes there's rocks all over the goddamn floor. I mean, you eventually your feet get used to it. And that's what it
Hmm.
is. It doesn't mean that your fucking feet become like hard, like
It's
like
just like
not.
her feet is just like it's got a layer of like a shoe, like a chancla, and like that's what her foot looks. What is that? No, that's my layer, bro. I don't. I'm barefoot. It's like makes her 1 inch taller. It's like a
Fucking platform
child.
feet. No mames. Ew, that's so
Clunk, clunk,
gross.
clunk, clunk. What is that? That's on my skin. I've used that's on my skin. That's from walking for so many years. I'm 1 inch taller now. Oh my god.
Oh, these feet are made for walking. That's-
You know what? Chapulines. Do you like chapulines, right? For
Okay,
those of you who don't know what a chapulín is, Lala, could you explain for us, please?
crickets. They are crickets that are sauteed. My favorite is in garlic and salt. That is my favorite. And so what you do is kind of like a deep fry saute, and then you toast them with garlic. So first you kind of deep fry them type thing, and then you toast it with garlic and salt. And in Mexico, they sell them to you in like little baggies, like like back in the
They
day,
sell to you
wheat
in a little bag.
baggies. Yeah,
ten
like
dollars.
your
You want a
wheat
$10
bags.
sack of crickets, or you want a $20 sack? What do you want? You want
Yeah,
a nickel?
exactly.
You want a nickel? Nickel bag of crickets? All right, we got that for you.
So my
That's how you
favorite
get
thing to
sold.
do, but okay, so in Oaxaca, and I lived in Oaxaca for like briefly for a few months, and like when you go to a bar, for example, you have your nut bowl, right? Well, in Oaxaca, you have your chapulines
Your
bowl because it's crunchy.
your cricket bowl.
Your cricket
Oh my
bowl.
stars. I mean, I wonder what a culture shock that would be for some people who are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to Oaxaca, enjoy the culinary, and then you're like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, that's a
Well, and
cricket,
they
yo.
also have, and they also eat ants, those big ones, the red
Big ones,
ones.
yeah.
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 And they also eat the grubs of the ¿cómo se llama? Del agave.
Hmm.
They eat the grubs and also they toast it. Those things are so fucking good too. And I wouldn't have thought that I would
Guess
be
where
the
else
kind of
they eat those
person to eat.
things? They eat those in Thailand too.
Oh, do they? Oh, cool.
Oh yes, they eat grubs.
And
And you
so,
would be kind of like, you'd be like taken back when you see them because, I guess every culture has their thing. I don't know how many
mhm.
cultures eat bugs, but
No,
I think a
but
lot of cultures
okay.
eat bugs if
So
you get down to
they
it.
have, it has like a super chapulines, aka um what did I say they're
Crickets.
called? Crickets, yeah. They have a super high content of protein. And so back in the day, the native Mexicans, they would eat this as a protein source because they used to have to travel long distances and stuff. And so they would carry this because it's such easy thing to carry. And then you just eat it and you're getting a super huge amount of protein from them. So it's actually like really good for you. And it's lean protein. You don't get the fats like with steaks and stuff. So, it's
And in
just the
those days, they were
exoskeleton.
in like
It's just the side effects is that you get like the little legs that get stuck in your teeth.
stuck in your teeth.
Yeah, so you just got
What's
little
up, girl? Come here, give me
chapulinas.
a kiss. Nah,
And
girl, you,
it's
you
just
gotta
like
take that cricket out of your mouth.
no, it's just cricket legs. It's not the cricket.
It's
It's
just
just
cricket
cricket
legs.
legs.
It's okay. Go ahead, take it out of my teeth. Why don't you lick that off my teeth?
Ah,
I
oh,
mean, back then
gross.
they weren't using like plastic bags. They were probably using like deer skin or jaguar
Hmm.
skin, for their little pouches.
Whatever.
What's up? I got some crickets.
But actually, so and also grubs. Grubs are also like super because they
Ag-
have caloric a lot of calories, and so
mhm.
like yo dude,
Agave grubs.
yeah, and I
What?
actually
Okay,
like
okay.
yo you
For
could do
those of
like
you
a
who don't
full
know,
meal.
a grub. What does a grub turn into after it's? Is it just a grub? Does it evolve into anything? I mean, it's not like a caterpillar where it turns into a butterfly, or is it?
I don't know what the
Wow,
fuck.
I don't know.
Let-
People want to
let's
know. I mean, I want to know. I don't know. What were
well
you eating,
let me
Lala?
let me Google
Is
that.
it changing your molecular structure as an adult? Are you
Agave
a grub?
grub.
Uh, let's
Hmm.
find out, yo.
It's so not cute. But you know, when it's toasted and flavored, it's really
And you're
delicious.
drinking, and you need a snack that's kind of sweet and
Yeah.
salty at
Oh
the
my
same
God.
time.
Yes. Okay. And okay, so what they do also is sal de gusano, which is they get these grubs and they toast them and grind them with Himalayan salt, and then it gives it a different flavor, kind of like a smoky flavor. And this is what you drink with your mezcal. So you get the sal de gusano, so it's salt with a grind up
Not to be
grub.
confused with the mezcal that has the worm in it, but that I think
No, no,
that's
no,
kind of
no.
the similar thing.
No,
No,
that's cheap.
Mm,
That's cheap shit. You don't want to
I
drink
know.
that. Guys out there, please. I know it's you guys think it's cute, like, and this is for like foreigners, but that is like the cheapest mezcal. We use that for like if you have a fever, you put it on your body to bring down the fever because it cools down your
It's
skin.
rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, basically, don't drink that. Like, please, we have so much good mezcal out there. If you want to eat, just eat the grubs. Like, you can just buy them, or you can have the sal de gusano, which, like I was saying, you get. And so for mezcal, it's actually you have a slice of orange with the sal de gusano, so the
Mm.
salt that has ground up, the grub in it, the toasted one, and it has a smoky flavor. And because mezcal is basically a, like scotch, it's processed exactly like scotch. It's peaty. So they put it in these holes and they cover it and it's peated. And so it has a super smoky flavor. So if you love scotch, you will love, 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 love mezcal. And so anyway, that
Mezcal
is
people, we're gonna get some mezcal. We're gonna get
actually I
some
was gonna
mezcal.
buy some, but I was like, no. And I should have because I was literally thinking like what would pair well with our topic of bugs? Like let's bug out. And I was like, I don't know, but I just bought tequila instead.
I'm gonna go down a rabbit
And
hole
a
on this in a little bit.
Gewürztraminer.
Because I was thinking bugs, like, they're all over the planet, right? There's bugs everywhere. And it's like you really can't get away from it. And then when we say, there's an infestation, it's bugs all like in one area, right? Like say if you have a ant infestation or cockroach roach like anywhere there's a lot of bugs, it's like an infestation. But then that's like I mean, they're meant to be there, right? They're just bugs. They're just
Okay,
living, like, right?
so because
Like, is a
and
bee a bug? Is a bee a bug?
yeah, technically I think maybe.
Technically, it's a bug, right? I mean,
There was
what is the definition of bug? Like, is everything a
oh,
bug?
that's a good one.
I
You
wanna
can look it up. But
like,
what I was gonna say is, once again, I go back to Costa Rica. We lived in a very rural place, and we lived in very humble abode, and everything's open. So there's bugs crawling in and out of everywhere. And sometimes the ants are so tiny, and you're eating your bread, and then you realize, like, oh shit, there's like little tiny black ants. Like, but like literally, like they're so tiny.
I
And
would
then
eat
you're
them.
like, well, fuck it. I've already eaten half of this bread, un pan dulce. And so I'm like,
Yeah, it's like,
fuck it. You're like, well, and so it was the hard time I had coming back to the US. So I came back to the US in 2019, right before the pandemic, and how sterilized US is. Yet they
there's no
have
ants
the
in your pan
most
dulce.
They have,
Motherfuckers,
but they have
where's
the
my,
most amount of prescriptions and ailments and stuff, and they're so sterilized. But I literally just came from living in rural Costa Rica where, like, well, there's just ants on on my bread, and you're just like, fuck it.
well, where do you think you get
There's dust flying in and out of the fucking house because we don't have closed windows. There's like slats, like and so you have dust everywhere, you have dirt everywhere. Like it's just there's no way to sanitize anything. And so you just
You just
consume
get
it.
used to it. You're just like
But I
you become
think
part of the earth.
this is
Like it's like
this is this is what makes your immune system
I was gonna say.
kick in because you're exposed to all these elements and you're not sanitizing yourself from it. And literally, we are walking around barefoot and people are afraid of walking barefoot because hookworms. Yeah, you can get hookworms, but
What's a
what it
hookworm?
it's just worms that live in the dirt that
The
can
prostituting worms trying to hook onto you? What?
yep.
What?
hmm
I mean, that
But
sounds pretty wrong. Hookworm.
no, but
I don't know.
there's so many things and like and I live with my best friend and his wife and their kid who is my godson. And this little boy literally ran around naked in the jungle. We would go get, we would climb trees, we would get avocados, we would, and just like he was just so there was no restriction, there was no and he was just exposed to the elements. They didn't like
Bugs
I
didn't
say
bother him.
I say like parents here in the US, they coddle their children, they don't allow them to be exposed to anything. And then
Mm.
this is why I think, and this is just me thinking, I'm not a professional, like I said. If you are a professional, please tell me what you think. But I think that it's just the exposure. He never got sick, bro. I never got sick when I was out there. Never. And I literally ate dirt. I was just like, oh fuck, there's bugs all over this. And I was like, well, fuck it, I'm
I
already
think it's
eating
because
it.
you have the
You
immune
know,
system of those ants or whatever you're eating. Is you're eating
yeah,
their,
and then
you're getting
also
their
we eat the
bacteria. That's like,
honey.
whoa.
You eat the honey
Mm.
of that region, so you're eating the pollen of that region, so you don't have like you have like normal
Antibodies.
antihistamines that will not, because people get allergies. But if you're
You know what's
eating
funny?
the honey of the region, then you're eating the pollen, so then you already have a buildup, so you do not have allergic reactions. And
I did
once
that
again, I
when I
am
was
not
in
a
when I
professional.
was in Bulgaria. I was having like allergy problems like the first week. And then what I did was I found a farmer's market and I bought honey and I ate honey for that whole week, the next week, and I was fine.
Oh shit, yeah, yeah.
But
So
that honey was
precisely,
like natural honey. It was like,
from the region. And what you have to do, you have
yeah.
to make sure is that it's of that region you're in.
Hmm.
That is of absolute importance. And so but this is what I'm saying. And so this I helped raise this kid, my godson, and he was just like we, he was always dirty. He played in dirt. He ate dirt probably, and I mean, and that's what I used to do as a kid too. I used to love eating dirt. And so I had to
Like,
get
did you make
dewormed
mud pies?
because I had to get
What?
dewormed. Yeah. Like I had
Because
a
you were
worm
eating
problem.
you
I
had
was
a
eating
worm. Oh
dirt.
my God.
Yeah. I think I might have been
Yeah.
lacking in minerals.
You're like, I need the soil. Or were you making cake like mud
Okay.
cakes, mud
Well,
pies
it's
and shit?
because in Guadalajara, there's songs about it. There's songs that are written about it that when it rains, the soil smells so good you want to eat it. And I'm not kidding you, because it's
Mm.
such like it has so much
There's a
minerals.
certain like smell. Oh my God. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're
But
talking about.
in the songs of like Guadalajara, Guadalajara, it talks about in one of the verses, it talks about how even the smell of the earth smells so delicious. It was just like,
You want to cut it up and
I,
obviously as a
I think
child
it
you
was
were
because
like,
I was
"Yes, I am going
lacking
to eat
in
this."
I think I was lacking in like nutrients, but I had to get
One
dewormed.
day we'll have to
But in
eat
Mexico,
some we'll have to
that
eat
is
some
some
mud in Guadalajara.
in Mexico, that
No,
is something that it's common. You have to get dewormed because the water over there is really bad. And you always have to like you cannot drink tap water in Mexico. You have to only
Well, I think that's
drink
the first thing they tell
tap
you when
water.
you go visit Mexico. Do not drink the tap water because
Yeah,
if you're not
but
from the area,
it's it's
well,
it's common. Like you can get splashed. You can accidentally consume it. So, but in Mexico, this is a thing where you just literally get dewormed because
yeah.
even
You'd be
though you
surprised,
don't
folks, when you're
drink it.
traveling, you brush your teeth, and then all of a sudden you're like, why did I get sick? Well,
Yeah, no,
you
for
got to be
reals.
really careful. Yeah, no,
But
for sure.
like, and especially if you've never traveled before, and this is what I was just going back to. Um, the US, how sanitized it is here. And
Most people
because
would find that alluring and nice to have everything sanitized. But on the flip side, go ahead.
I feel like this is the reason why people get so sick all the time because you're never exposed to any of these bacteria. You're never exposed to the dust. You're never exposed to the
The
um
earth, though, as it should
pollen,
be.
and you don't eat the honey of the region, raw honey of the regions. Then you have a what is it
I mean,
called? Like
you know what's happening right now?
seasonal ¿cómo se llama? When you're sneezing all the time.
The
Allergies, seasonal allergies.
allergy.
Yeah, and it's just because
What's the biggest bug on this planet? The
it will
definition
have
of
to
a
be in
bug.
Australia.
Yeah, no, but what I'm
It
saying is
probably lives in Australia
we don't have six
because
legs.
Australia has the worst bugs ever. Ever, ever, ever. Seriously.
Humans don't
They
have
have
six legs.
ants that they literally crawl up to a tree and then they jump on their prey and attack it when it walks through.
What?
Yes, bro.
So what you're
Yeah.
saying? We could
I
be like
told you
hiking.
I
We
watch
could be
a shit
hiking.
ton of fucking like National Geographic
So we're
shit.
walking on a trail in Australia, and all of a sudden, my friend gets jumped by a pack of ants.
Yes,
What?
yes, bro. I'm not fucking kidding you. I'm not fucking kidding you. That
Wait,
shit fucking
do they have
happened.
like poisonous shit to like knock you
No,
out,
but they just
or they
attack
just do it
you on masses. And so, I mean,
I'd
they
be
usually
like,
do small prey. Small, not like a human. Small prey, but still, like, wait, qué pinche pedo. No mames.
I know we don't have like six. I mean, I don't know what the definition of a bug is, but you think humans are the worst bugs of
Oh,
the
no,
planet?
we are a virus.
We are, but
We
we could be a
behave,
bug.
no,
I
no,
mean,
we
like, right?
behave, no,
We are
no,
ruining everything,
no,
right?
no, we
Worse.
behave, no.
Oh my God.
Okay, look up the definition of a virus right now.
Oh my God. Okay, let's go.
Look up the
I was
definition
thinking
of
we are the
virus.
worst bugs.
No,
We are the
no, we
wait,
are
wait,
a
because
fucking virus. No,
oh God,
look
Lala
up the
is just
definition of a virus. I'm not fucking kidding you, bro. I've had plenty of high conversations about this shit.
oh well. Here we go, folks.
Definition of a virus.
Submicroscope infectious agent that replicates only inside the living cells of an organism. The organism could be Mother Earth, and that's what we're doing.
We are
Like
a fucking
we're like really
virus
fucking up this
on the
planet.
fucking planet
I mean, I'm trying not to fuck up the planet. I'm drinking wine and trying to do my part. But
by drinking
I mean, I
wine.
guess
No, mames,
I
cabrón.
don't.
And so I want to tell you, like, I'm not usually afraid of bugs. Like, actually, I have a fucking giant photo database of bugs because I actually
What?
love
Wait, are
taking
you like
photos.
into bugs? Like you're like a
I
what
love
is a person at
taking photos of bugs. I'm telling you, I have like, I don't know how many, like
oh my
hundreds and
stars.
hundreds of photos of bugs.
Wait a second.
I am
Wait,
a
this is
bug
weird.
person. Like,
Wait a sec. This is bizarre.
I'm one
Wait, did
of
I
those
already know this
weirdos.
about you? I don't think
You
I
did
even knew this.
not.
No,
No.
wait.
This is
No,
why
I don't
I
know
didn't
why
mention it
something
when you
was like,
brought it up.
I want to talk about bugs. Like, I don't like, what?
And when you
This
said
is
that,
so
I was like,
weird.
oh, bro, I could talk about bugs for days. Okay, the reason I said this is because I love, okay, one of my hobbies is photography, and I love doing like animals. I love doing animal photography. I love
Oh
doing, and then
my
also
stars.
macroscopic, which is like with bugs. And I love taking pictures of bugs and stuff.
Wait a second,
I
folks.
I
This is
have
this is
like
blowing my yeah, this is really
I
blowing my mind right
have
now.
you have no idea how much pictures of
I
bugs I
don't
have.
I don't even know how this is
Bro,
happening. That you're
bro,
like
I
a bug
have like
person.
exotic looking fucking moths. I had this moth. It was this big. So, guys, I know I'm making a signal in my hand, but it's about 1.5 inch moth that is white and yellow, and it's fluffy. It looks soft and fluffy, and I had to photograph it. I mean,
Mothra.
it was dead already when I photographed it, but it was just the prettiest moth I've ever seen in my life. It was so beautiful, and it's so fluffy. And I was like,
Oh
oh
my
my God,
God.
I just want
Lala's a
to
bug
cuddle with it.
entomologist.
I
Wait a
love
second.
bugs.
So, did you ever want to study? Like, did you ever think that there was a like? Did you want to study? But you just like bugs,
No,
but
when I was a kid, I wanted to be Indiana Jones. I wanted to be an explorer and just discover shit and just know everything about everything from culture to animals to everything. I wanted to be like a well-rounded me, I guess. I don't know how I can say that. But however, I will say there's one bug that literally, oh, okay. So you know how like our last topic we were talking about my fucking fears? There's one bug that I fear. And it's like it gives me like
Senor Cucaracha? No, that's not
nope.
it. What
No.
is it?
Think what guess. I want you to guess. What would you think I would be afraid of
I
in
know
a
it's not
bug?
scorpions because you were cool with them sleeping in your pillow. Is it a potato bug? Niño de la tierra?
Yeah,
Oh!
potato bug. I cannot. I cannot deal with a potato bug. And
It's a baby.
I
Oh,
have
I
dealt
hate it. I'm so
with
scared of potato bugs.
centipedes. I have dealt with fucking
Scorpions,
oh
tarantulas,
scorpions,
spiders that could kill
tarantulas,
you.
spiders. I have dealt, dude. When I was in Japan, I saw the big giant wasp, those killer wasp or whatever. In Japan, I literally
You're
encountered
like, oh,
one.
cool. Let me take you a picture. Look, come here.
I was just like, oh shit. But I was like soaking my feet in some like hot springs water. So I was like, you know. Okay, that shit didn't scare me, okay? But ugh, ugh, just thinking
We call
about it.
them niños de la tierra. Niños
Niños
de
de
la
la tierra.
tierra,
Wait, wait,
which
wait.
means kids from the earth or
Way
earth. I say
because
earth,
you
earth.
look at their face and they look like a little fucking baby, like a warped alien baby. And
With little pincer
they
face.
make a screeching sound. They make a screeching sound. So I was coming home, me and my best friend at the time. We were probably in our early 20s, you know, 20,
Back in the
21.
days when kids were Mac Daddies.
And literally, there is this potato bug like on my door, like looking like if it's trying to get in my house. And me and my
What?
friend were like
That's,
screaming, and my neighbor was the manager of the apartment building. And then we like knock, and I was like, "There's a potato bug! Like, can you like he?"
he's probably laughing like,
But
what? A potato
it
bug?
makes a screeching sound. And
Like a crying baby?
it was
Ah!
literally, no, it was clawing at my fucking door, bitch. It was clawing at my door. Ese way wanted to enter my fucking door. Like it was literally like, and it would not cease from trying to get inside my house. And I was like,
Oh
yo
man,
mummies, yo mummies,
ah,
and it looks like a freaky baby alien in ugh, it's just the ugliest fucking
oh,
bug I've
for
ever seen.
so those of you who
Ugliest.
don't, a potato bug, you might think it.
Oh
No, it doesn't look like a potato, but I guess it
no.
looks like a. To me, it looks like a giant bee without wings, with little baby hands, a little baby face, but the baby face has like pincer claws, right? Like a face. Oh, it's just
Yes, it
weird and ugly
does. It
looking.
does. It's
I don't
just
eat.
it's
Why are you called potato bugs? What is a
I,
potato bug?
I don't know. I think because maybe
We
they're
need to
like
find
in
out. They like potatoes?
it's the most
Po-
disgusting bug I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. And they make a squeaking sound. Like it's a screech, like a screech, like it in my mind, how it processes is similar to you scratching your fingernails on a chalkboard. Like
I'd
it
be
gives
scared of a
me the
potato.
goosebumps like that. Way,
But
way. It was,
are they? They're not poisonous, or are
are they
they?
not? I thought they were.
I don't know. Let's
Check it
find
out.
out.
I'm pretty sure they are. And we
Pest
used to
control.
have a lot of them in this particular property that I used to live in Echo
That's
Park. Wait. I
oh,
don't
this thing
even
looks
want to look at
gross.
it. Like I
Oh,
seriously, that shit fucking, and I have, okay, I will show you like tons of pictures that I have up close of tarantulas, scorpions, locusts the size of my hand,
they are
morpho
not poisonous,
butterflies.
but according to research, if it bites you, you will have flu-like symptoms and sores on your skin and skin rash.
Yes, it's fucking poisonous, bitch. That is
Oh.
poison. No mames.
How do you
That's
get
a,
rid of potato bugs? You fucking step on that motherfucker.
ugh,
Like I've
okay.
stepped on potato bugs because they're just scary looking motherfuckers. I don't
Okay,
understand.
and that's another problem of mine. I cannot step, not even on cockroaches. I mean, the little ones, yes, but I
But
cannot
you
step on
because
water
do you
bugs.
not like the
The
noise that it makes
crunch,
or
the
the
crunch, and
crunch?
the
Oh
guts.
god.
This,
Oh the
I can't
guts.
do it. No, I've literally
Oh
been
man.
stung by wasps. I've been stung by bees because I was
Or
walking
put a
barefoot.
potato bug in your face and it's like
Ah!
fuck that. Yeah, no, a potato bug is really it's like really scary looking and it's
It
intimidating
is
because it's
the
so
most
big.
alien looking fucking creature I've ever seen on this motherfucker planet. Let me say that. Although I have not been like deep sea scuba diving where you see like the shit that's you know that glows in the dark, those weird
Yeah,
fucking
you
creatures
have to
under
be like
sea.
you have to have
But
gills and a tail and turn into a mermaid to like swim really deep for that shit.
yeah, exactly. So I
Yeah.
don't know what fucking lurks down there. I'm pretty sure they look like aliens, but this fucker, this
Yeah,
fucker,
where do potato bugs come like
what do
I've
they
seen them
do?
in my
What
house in
are
my
they here
patio. I'm like,
for?
what the fuck are you
What the
there for?
fuck are
Like,
they
where
here
did you come
for?
from?
No.
They
What is
don't
their
eat
purpose?
potatoes.
What is their
What
purpose? Does it
all
say
right,
what
let's
the
find
fucking
out.
purpose is?
Let's find
In
out.
the ecosystem,
Potato
what the fuck is their goddamn
potato
purpose? Because I want to know. Like, can we
bug
get rid of all these motherfuckers? Because
purpose.
no, I cannot deal. I cannot
They
deal. I
aerate
cannot
the
deal.
soil, allows it to be more porous. They also eat smaller insects that could be harmful to your plants. In a way, the potato bug provides pest control for you and your garden. I
Wait,
don't know about that, bro.
you know who else does is esas chingaderitas rojas que tienen like like black dots,
Ladybugs.
ladybugs, yeah.
Ladybugs. Are
Ladybugs.
potato bugs beneficial? On the other hand, are not harmful to gardens despite their disadvantages. They are a common garden pest. Potato bugs aerate soil, and yeah, I just like, oh my, what kill? I guess their enemies are roly polies. You know, the little ones that turn into little balls. Potato bugs. Their enemies are roly polies. Hey, that's kind
Four
of fucked up. I kind of like
arch
roly
nemesis.
polies.
I love roly polies. I used to
I
love
was like, I like
and
roly polies.
I did like a deep
Oh
dive
yeah.
into roly polies when I was in elementary school, and like I found out they're detritivores because they help break down like things so that
Hmm.
the soil can absorb, so that they help decompose basically. They're decomposers, detritivores. But why are they nemesis? I don't understand.
I mean, I think the potato bugs eat them. Roly poly.
Oh, they see it,
Wow,
boy.
that's kind of interesting. I mean,
I love roly
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't
polies.
go ahead and like be playing with the potato bug. I
Ugh,
would not touch
ugh,
one.
guacamole. This is
Also
the
known as
worst.
Jerusalem crickets. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so are they considered a bug?
Yeah, it's a potato bug.
Yeah.
They are bugs. Man, that's kind of gross. I
Wait,
just
wait.
I don't want to look at that.
Yeah, no, it is the most disturbing fucking shit. And you guys out there listening, if you have never seen a potato bug,
Look it
I
up.
mean,
It's the alien looking thing. It's
I mean,
yellow, looks like a
unless
bee, but
it's gonna be
it's not.
mind disturbing. It really is. And then I am not fucking kidding you. It makes a squeaking sound, like a squeak that sounds equivalent to somebody scratching nails on a fucking board, but in a very high pitched tone. Ugh, it's just
Oh my God. A
ah,
sandpaper sound. It sounds like
no, that's better. That's better. It sounds like a high pitched scratching sound on the board of a fucking
like scratching
like
chalkboard,
oh
or what do
yes,
you
but
mean?
high pitch. Yes, high pitch.
Oh my stars. Yeah. Well, if you see
It's
one of these things, do not touch
what
one. I would say that it
oh,
would be
no, bitch. But this bitch was trying to literally, okay.
like if you see it like in the picture is one thing, but you see it in real life and you're like, oh,
Uh,
oh,
and this is
do I even want to put my shoe on that thing?
yes, it's because it's called that's why it's called Niño de la Tierra. Because it looks like a baby, but it looks like a
From the
warped
earth.
fucking baby. And you're like, oh my God, you know what? From like
I
a
like
Pan's
bugs,
Labyrinth,
but not the potato bug.
like Pan's Labyrinth type shit.
It's like
Like
one of
that
those
shit will come
insect
out in
creature
Pan's
things.
Labyrinth. There's another story. I'm asleep. I'm in Costa Rica. I have my own room. And in Costa Rica, it's hot as fuck. So you sleep in your underwear and a sheet. That's it. And I wake up because I hear a zzz sound. And I was like,
Zoom.
ooh, like that zzz sound in me.
Like by your ears or something? Like did
No,
you
I
kind of
just
like
heard it. I just heard it.
hmm.
And I wake up and I am not kidding you. It is a wasp. What would this be? Maybe 1, 2, almost 3 inches black.
That's a big ass wasp.
A black wasp that is almost 3 inches. And I literally crawl out of my bed onto the floor and run out my room. And I'm in my underwear, okay? Underwear and a tank top. And I'm like, "Rah!" And I'm living once again with my best friend. And I'm like, Armando. And I was like, there's a wasp in my room. And he was like, and I'm like yelling frantically. And I'm in my underwear. And he's just like, okay, Lala. So he
Okay,
comes
it's
in.
just the wasp.
No, but he thought I was imagining. Wait, he caught it. We put it in a Ziploc bag. I am not kidding you. You see my hand, so right now for the folks that are not watching, I'm showing my hands. The wasp is the size of my forefinger to my thumb, where the bone of my thumb is. So that is at least 3 inches,
That's a
2 to 3
big bug.
inches. It's called a tarantula wasp or something like that. They actually kill tarantulas and eat tarantulas.
Oh wow, so they're poisonous and they can F you up.
Well, okay. So we put it in the fucking Ziploc bag, and the stinger for this fucker, I am not kidding you, was half an inch. The stinger of the wasp. And you know, wasps, they don't lose their stinger like bees.
They
The
just keep hitting
stinger
you.
for this fucking wasp was, and I have pictures of this shit. I am not kidding you. And literally, I woke up because I heard the buzzing sounds. And okay,
I would not want to get stung by a wasp or anything, but that sounds even more terrible. Because could you imagine? It's just buzzing by, then you're trying to wake up, and then you kind of go, "What the fuck?" And then you want to go, you want some, and then it starts attacking you. It doesn't lose its stinger, so it'll just like go, go,
okay.
sting.
So
That's like stabbing
luckily,
you. That motherfucker.
I know I am. So I have been stung by bees and wasps, and I don't seem to have an allergic reaction. I mean, except for like topically, it swells up, etc. I don't have like an anaphylactic shock type, you know, thing. So
Wow, lucky for
like,
you.
however, I don't know if a wasp of this size would cause an anaphylactic type of shock for me. Because normally so the times I have been stung by bees and stuff, it's just like it just local swelling, but I don't have anything else. And like
I'm
there was another time
so.
I got stung like 3 times by the wasp, like literally like tuk, tuk, tuk. And I was like, fuck, and it burns, it fucking burns. Oh, but you know what else I'm allergic to is stupid, but I'm allergic to mosquitoes. So wasp sting and mosquito bites feel equally the same.
Wow.
And I actually have a more adverse reaction to mosquito stings than wasp, because mosquito stings, they look like they turn into um moretes.
Oh wow,
Uh,
you get that reaction? I
how do
had
you
that
call
reaction.
wait, what
I
are
know
moretes in English?
bruises.
Bruises. Yeah. And wasp, I do not have this reaction. So I actually have a more adverse reaction to mosquito bites than wasp. So number one bug I hate is the potato bug.
Potatoes. And they're not
Second,
even about potatoes, but they're just
second,
potato bugs.
mosquitoes. I
Mosquitoes. I
fucking
get
and
that.
so when I was living all throughout Central America, Mexico, I literally have to just bathe in off the anti-mosquito chingadera, the spray, off spray.
The what is it? D
It's called off.
DET.
It's called
Yeah,
off.
no, I know it is.
I don't know what the fuck it is, but
It's not good. It like burns paint and shit.
bro, I don't give a fuck. But literally, I have to bathe in it because I don't know what it is about me, but mosquitoes love me.
I traveled with Lala to one place and we were in an airport and I think in Guadalajara there was
Oh,
mosquitoes and we were the only people going like, "What the hell?" Like we were being
yes,
attacked, and
yes.
people are looking at us like, "What the fuck's going on over there?" These guys are just like,
And we're literally being attacked by mosquitoes.
I was
And
like,
it's
"What
like,
the
these
hell?"
bitches, they're like, for
And there are
skin.
people around us like just like doing whatever, like, and then no,
Like
they're just like,
nonchalant, nothing's happening to them. But we are literally being a fucking attacked by mosquitoes. It was
yeah, I don't. I mean, we
terrible.
got a lot of bug problem. It's a big bug problem in the world.
So you have been listening to what had happened was bugging out, like talking about bugs. And
Mm.
actually, like I said, I love bugs. Like really, I have like so
She's
many
got bug loves for
pictures,
her, and she used to have a
bro.
Volkswagen VW, which is a bug. I guess it all makes
I
sense now.
did. Oh my God, that was my first vehicle.
Well, everyone, this is where we must end this episode. But thank you so much for listening to us. Once again, I'm Lala.
And I'm Richmo.
And you can follow us
on the website at Whahahappen.com and visit our for more about us and our bios and for more information on our upcoming shows. And we're going to try to
and please do come back. We really want you to come back, because without you, we are just not a podcast.
If you want us to read your story, email us and we'll look it over. If it's fascinating and you don't mind, well, share you with us. You're sharing you with us.
And what happened to you?
What happened to you, you can share with us.
With the rest of the ether world who is also listening to us.
All right, folks. Thank you very much. And we'll see you next time. And,
and come back to What Happened.